Ah ouais?
Non, regardez.
Ouais. Ok.
Voilà. On est live.
Il y avait le gars avec... Je vais mettre un masque aussi parce que je vais aller à là-bas.
À la limite, je crois que je suis avec toi. Je sais pas. Tu me manges à couche, hein, c'est vrai bien.
Oh, wow.
All right, good morning or afternoon or good day to wherever you are around the world. Thank you for joining us here. This is the International Functional Fitness Federation 2020 Junior World Cup. My name is Ryan Jarvis. I am here in Vancouver, Canada. And here are your 5 athletes for the 17-18-year-old boys division in our 2020 Junior World Cup. From Russia, we have Alexander Martinov. From Germany, Finn Sperling. From the United States, Nate Ackerman. From Russia, we have Oleg Krivtsov. And from France, Victor Hoffer. So welcome, gentlemen. Okay, athletes, you have 1 minute. 1 minute, we will get going. 1 minute. 30 seconds. Twenty seconds. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, go. All right, here we go. This is test number 1. This is our endurance test. It is quick and dirty. It is just 2.5 minutes of 10-meter shuttle sprints. You see the athletes, 10 meters. They must turn after they get both feet across the line. They must get their chest to the deck and then pop back up and go back the other way. 2.5 minutes of 10-meter shuttle sprints. See these gentlemen working at a pretty good pace. Again, these are our stars of tomorrow, the ones that we're hoping to get into the Olympics here in 2028. This is our 17 and 18-year-old age group. About that time, they'll be 25, 26, hitting their prime for functional fitness competition. All right, giving you a view of all 5 athletes. We've got pretty decent feeds, it looks like, of all 5. And this is test 1. No technique points involved in this. This is just turn and burn. And the heart rate's going to be jacked for the remainder of the 30 minutes after this is all done. They will have a 2.5 minute rest as soon as this is finished. 2.5 minutes on the clock, they will be done. And then they will be resting for 2.5 minutes, and then we will get underway with our strength test. That'll be test number 2, strength. 30 seconds, athletes. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, time. Okay, again, this clock is not on perfect time, but it's very close. Athletes, all athletes, please post your scores immediately. If you can, all athletes, please post your scores immediately. Thank you. All right. About 1 minute here, and then we will get underway with test number 2. So test number 2 will be a 10 rep max shoulder to overhead. Okay, again, they must clean the bar off the ground. Now this is where we get some technique points involved. Athletes will start to get points deducted for certain movements here if their technique is not perfect. Okay, so first, if athletes are cleaning off the ground, again, they must not have any flexion. They must not have a rounded back when they receive the clean if they are doing a squat clean. It's one of the ways they can lose a point, as well as flexion when they lift the bar off the ground. If their knees collapse on the squat, neutral heads or neutral spine. So we'll get into the specifics here once they start going. So 10 rep shoulder to overhead. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and go. Okay, again, this is just a guideline clock. They all have their own clocks within their gym, but we have it pretty close to everyone's starting point here. And we're on a 30-minute running clock for our 4 tests. No one has put that bar up yet. Hey guys, getting belted up. Again, shoulder to overhead. We've seen in past junior divisions that most athletes are only getting 1 crack at this, maybe 2. And we see our first athlete, Finn Sperling from Germany. He is our first athlete up here, going with split jerks. Again, if they have too much flexion in their back, they're going to lose a point. So they must not have too big of an arch. Oh, and we see no rep for Victor Hoffer. So Victor is now going to have to deload and try again with about a minute left. Again, it's a minute on my clock, but he's probably just slightly behind. So he probably has about a minute 15. Go over to Russia here. Oleg Krivtsov, the red shirt. And a nice, good 10 reps for Oleg. Again, Victor Hoffer's got the weight back up. This is his second attempt. It'll be about 15 seconds on my clock again. Probably has a little bit more on his. Okay. But again, they all have their own clocks within their space. So we'll wait to see what we get for scores. So athletes, please submit your weights in kilogram if you can. Weights in kilos. If you have to, submit it in pounds. We'll convert it. Just type it in the chat for those of you who are not sure. Right. Again, as well, put your technique points. Technique points as well. All right, we will go now and start the test number 3 at the 10-minute mark. Okay, that is going to be the L rope pull-up, as well as box jumps. Okay, these athletes are going to go to a 30-inch box. 30-inch box on the box jumps. Okay, the L pull-up, hands one over the other, outstretched arms. They must pull down and get their chin over their top hand. But while doing that, again, technique points can be lost. They may not kick their legs up to help them on the pull-up. They may not do a chin reach. So their chin reaches and they lead with their chin, they will get a point deducted. So that's how they will lose points on the L pull. They may go touch and go, but when at the bottom, they must have outstretched arms, and when the butt touches the ground, they may pull back up. So they may go touch and go on the L pull-ups when they start having multiples. But they will also lose a technique point on the box jump when they land or when they take off if their knees collapse. So their knees must track over the toes, not inside their big toes. If their knees collapse and track in, they will lose a point. So those are the ways that they can lose points here on technique. 3 technique points up for grabs. And we will get going in 3, 2, 1, go. All right, Victor Hoffer. And you have a feeling Victor Hoffer here, and no shirt on. Victor from representing France. You got to figure he's going to have something to prove here. You know he's going to come out with a little bit of fire underneath his feet after 2 failed attempts at his shoulder to overhead. So we'll see if he can redeem himself. Again, 30-inch box jumps for our athletes here. All right, you see the L pulls, nice L pulls. We go back to Russia and we look at Oleg Krivtsov. Very nice L pulls there. Touch and go, that's what we want to see ideally. Quick transition time. Good extension. So they're not allowed to do rebound jumps. They must supposed to step off. Yes, if they jump off, that's fine, but they are just not allowed to do a rebound jump. So that is the one stipulation on the box jumps, no rebound jumping. Lost Nate's feed there. We'll check in with Finn Sperling here. He's on the round of 3 now. All right, we will flip it back. Check in here on Alexander Martinov. Alexander is in Russia as well. We have 2 Russian athletes here, Alexander Martinov as well as Oleg Krutsov. We'll check here again on Finn. Finn in the white shirt. Take a look again at Victor Hoffer. Very nice touch and go. Those are some fantastic L pulls. That perfect L. Saw the outstretched arms at the bottom, with the able to maintain that grip. And then as soon as the butt touches the ground, pulled right back up. Did not lead with the chin. Those look like some perfect technique points so far. Again, we'll wait and see what happens at the end. Okay, they have a 9-minute cap. We're going to go to the 19-minute mark on this clock. 9-minute cap. If they get done under the 9 minutes, it gives them more rest before the final event. Final test, sorry. You see Oleg Krutsov. This whole point here, this one, try and go as unbroken as possible. Keep dropping and jumping. Try not to take the rest in between. You want to minimize your transition time, and we'll see that again in test 4 with another couplet. Victor Hoffer, he unfortunately missed his both of his attempts at the shoulder to overhead. So now it's going to try and really lay down the gas here in test number 2, 3, and 4 to try and make up some points. Nate Ackerman, looks like his feed is just, oh, it looks like Nate's actually done. See him sprawled out on the ground here. We can't, his feed's not cooperating, but it looks like Nate is done. And Nate, 439. Athletes, please give us your technique points as well. Technique points as well. Looks like Nate Ackerman is the first athlete done. Another heart attack. Words that we can't take back. We are the reason opposites attract. Once you slam the door on the second floor, I regret it all. Technique points, Nate. Nate Ackerman, please submit your technique points in the chat. Thank you. All right, Victor Hoffer, he is finished as well. Victor Hoffer representing France. And Finn Sperling has finished as well. And 3 technique points for Nate. All right, looks like we still have 2 athletes working away. So 2 minutes left in their time cap. Oleg Krivtsov is now done. And now just Alexander Martinov. Again, they may have started slightly after others, so we're not quite sure time. This is not the official clock. But again, this is just kind of a guideline for those of you at home and to have an idea of the time domains that we're using here. Unfortunately, it looks like Finn had the wrong box height, so he may unfortunately have to take a penalty of a score of 1 for event or test number 2. Okay, we have 40 seconds remaining. 40 seconds. All athletes are done. Again, we will rest until the 20-minute mark. 20-minute mark, we will get going with test number 4. Again, just a couplet, 10-minute AMRAP. As many reps as possible. We're going to be doing 10 wall balls, and we will be doing 30 double unders. Okay, just back and forth, 10 and 30. It's going to be for these athletes, it's going to be a 10-pound or 20-pound ball to a 10-foot target. 20-pound ball, 10-foot target for 10 minutes. Okay, so in the metric system, that's a 3 meter target for the gentleman here, and a 9-kilo ball. So again, athletes have just under a minute. Nate, I think Nate had, just waiting for some scores to roll in here. Nate Ackerman, just need your technique points for test 2, the shoulder to overhead. All right, 3, 2, 1, go. We'll see athletes going here. Okay, so our junior 17 and 18 year olds going to be using the same height and the same med ball weight as our elite men will normally use. So the 20-pound ball to a 10-foot target. Again, that's 9 kilos to a 3-meter target. So what we want to see here is quick transitions, unbroken double unders, and unbroken wall balls. That's really the name of this. We saw yesterday we had one of the girls in I believe the 15-16 age group, over 500 reps. It was very impressive. And what we want to see is using the double unders as almost a rest. Pump those legs and on the wall balls, and then trying to stay relaxed on the double unders. So again, we have 5 technique points, 5 total technique points in test number 4. Lots of ways to lose points, unfortunately. That is the name of the game. So on the double unders, if there's any hinging at the hips, if there's a big break in the hips, piking the knees, the heel kick, They'll lose points if their knees are not straight in the jump. Yeah, there could be a soft bend in the bottom of the jump, but when they're jumping up, the knee should be pretty straight. They're doing a good job of it from what I can tell. And you'll see underneath a lot of the athletes, there is a white X. The athletes must stay within that X, so they cannot drift forward by more than maybe a foot at the most. Okay, so they must stay on that X, otherwise they will lose a point. The wall balls, they must do a symmetrical wall ball. They're no leading with one arm or the other, like a free throw in basketball. It must be one arm or the other, or even. And finally, the other technique point is their knees on the squat portion of the wall ball. The knees must track over the toes, not inside the toes. Okay, so just like we're seeing when we do any squatting, we want to see those knees track out over the toes, not inside the big toes. So that's where their 5 techniques points come into play here. Excuse me. All right, we'll check in with Oleg Krivtsov. Very smooth double unders. And he will go back to his wall balls. Oleg Krivtsov representing Russia. Very smooth double unders, nice tracking of the knees. Very smooth by Oleg. Go to Alexander Martinov or other Russian athletes. Sporting the black shorts here. And we'll head to Germany. And check out Finn Sperling. Taller athlete here. Easy work of those wall balls. Now he'll start his 30 double unders. Very smooth by Finn. And now we'll go back and check with Victor Hoffer. Saw Victor actually get a no rep there from his judge on that first rep. Good call by the judge. We're about 4.5 minutes into our 10-minute AMRAP. Again, Oleg Krivtsov, very smooth on his double unders. A little pike there at the last jump, trying to squeeze out that last jump. We'll see if he the judges give him all of his technique points or not. I'll stay with Oleg here for a sec. Got a very good feed here for our online viewing purposes. And that was a quick set of 10. Back to the rope. Again, Oleg Krivtsov from Russia. Very nice jumping. Again, it looked like he almost piked his 30th rep of the last set. So we'll see if we get that again on the last. A little bit of a heel kick, starting to fatigue. Again, we'll see what the judges do with that. One thing we did notice in other divisions is that the athletes who did well in test 3 also usually did well in test 4 and kind of did well in the back half, where maybe 1, 3, and 4, but definitely 3 and 4 athletes seem to do well in one would do well in the other most of the time. So again, the skill with the double unders, being able to do 30 unbroken consistently is also one of the key factors here. So definitely a skill you want to have in your pocket. And we'll check in Germany again with Finn Sperling. Definitely Not 100% sure, but definitely looks like one of our largest athletes in height. The wall balls are going to be on the easier side for him as compared to the shorter athletes who've got to launch that ball up higher. Nice smooth set from Finn there. All right, we have about 3 minutes to go. Just under 3 minutes remaining for most of these athletes. Again, this is not an official time, but this is more of a visual for everyone at home. And even for the athletes there, if they can't see their clock, they may have a visual of this and can see the time. Again, we try to get the athletes, again, we're starting all around the world, so it's a little bit tough, but trying to get them all to start around the right time, around the same time, so it makes it easier for everyone at home to follow along. And we'll check back in with Oleg Krivtsov here from Russia. Very good young athlete. Oleg is only 17, so he can definitely come back and join us again next year. Oleg, Victor Hoffer from France, and Nate Ackerman are actually all only 17 years old, where Alice Martinov and Finn Sperling are both 18. So they'll have to go up with the elite division next year. Oleg, very good on his doubles for the most part. Victor Hoffer. Very smooth, quick double unders for Victor. And Victor joining us from France. Again, hitting that 10-foot target, 10-foot target with the 20-pound med ball. Very controlled. And another smooth set of 10. That's what you want. Unbroken. Grab the rope. 30 unbroken. Just repeat. Nothing special about this one. This is how much you got in the tank. Feel that lactic acid burn a bit in the wall balls. And try and flush it out a bit on the double under. So it's really all you can do on this. Oleg Krivtsov trying to squeeze out one last round. Go back and check with Finn Sperling. Been doing a good job on his wall balls. We have 3, 2, 1. And we will see. It looks like it. That's it for Victor Hoffer. Oleg's done. Alexander is done. And Finn is done. Nate do not have his feed right now, so not 100% sure. Okay, athletes, please type in your scores and make sure all your technique scores are in for all the events. Nate Ackerman, please. Oh, I think we lost. Oh, no, there's Nate. Nate, can you please submit your technique score for test 2? Test 2 technique score, please. That was the shoulder to overhead. All right, Finn. 5 points for Finn. All right. So as we're waiting for scores to be entered in the chat, we just going to have a word from our sponsors. So stick around. We will get our scores tabulated and scoreboard updated as soon as possible. All right, so just waiting to get our scores added up here. Nate Ackerman, I need your technique points for shoulder to overhead. Technique points for shoulder to overhead.
This reload. How many technique points were for 2?
3.
And what were they?
They were flexion on the back, knees tracking out on the squat, if you were squat cleaning, and then receiving the knees tracking on the dip of the, as well as the dip of your overhead.
All right, thanks.
And there's also the if you're squatting, your back flexion and then overarching on the shoulder overhead. So both on the clean and on the shoulder overhead. So we're just having a talk with one of our athletes there, just about the different technique points for the events. We want athletes at a young age doing the movements properly, so that's why we score technique points in our junior division. So again, just waiting for all scores to go in, and then we will get them updated. All right, so again, 3 of our athletes here will have a chance to come back and join us next year. This is our 17 and 18-year-old age group. All right. I think we have all scores from what I can tell, just waiting for them to be tabulated, but I don't think we're looking for any more scores. Victor Hoffer, you want to turn on your mic for a sec? Okay, just look for the little microphone icon, if you can. Victor, can you turn on the microphone icon in your on your side there?
Okay,
There we go. What weight did you have on the bar for your shoulder to overhead that you missed?
Le poids que t'avais sur ta barre pour sur le shoulder sur que t'as raté.
90.
So first barbell,
90,
was
90 kilo?
Yeah. Yeah. And after you missed the last rep at the
80, 90, and then 80. Yeah. Okay. I guess once you're that tired, I guess it's a little tough to try and do it right away again, even with a lighter weight. That's a lot of shoulder to overhead quickly.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. All right. Well, way to come back. You did a very good job on the last two tests. After that, we saw that yesterday. You not alone. We had a few athletes get 0 for the shoulder to overhead. So you're not alone. But way to come back and do a good job. Nicely done.
T'es pas le seul à avoir raté. Hier, quand on fait les tests, il y a plusieurs athlètes qui ont fait 0 barres. Donc, c'est pas grave.
Fait qu'on a raté de 10 reps, c'est énorme.
All right, athletes, I have the official scores. All right, finishing 5th from Germany, Finn Sperling, 265 points. In 4th place from Russia, Alex Martinov. 3rd place from France, Victor Hofer, 385 points. In 2nd, with 465 points from Russia, Oleg Krivtsov. And your boys 17-18 World Cup champion from the United States, Nate Ackerman. Congratulations, guys. Just want to say thank you to all of you. Very good job. Oleg, very nicely done. There, taking silver. Very nicely done. Congratulations. Looks like Oleg and Nate and Victor are actually, our top 3 athletes are actually eligible to join us next year in the same division. So hopefully we can see you guys try and defend your titles. I'm going to try and talk with Oleg here for a sec. Just stick around, you guys, for 1 sec. Oleg, can you hear me? Congratulations, 2nd place for Oleg.
He said it was a lot of fun, and thank you.
Thank you very much. Just tell him congratulations, and we hope to see him next year in the same division.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much, Oleg. Finn, bit of a rough go there, I guess, for you today, huh? I think you've out of the screen here. Nate, you want to turn on your mic?
Oh, baby.
There you go. Nate, congratulations.
Thank you so much. It's a lot of fun.
Awesome, man. We were worried we didn't see you your feed there for a while, so we were actually worried that you were not going to be able to join us today. So we're happy you did. You swept everything. 7 event wins. I have not had that in any of the events that I've done, so that was very impressive. Big plans for training up for the upcoming year for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Training. Fun. We'll keep pushing.
Any goals that you have for the upcoming season?
Just try and hit as many competitions as possible.
Awesome. Well done. Well, I believe you're only 17 right now, so that leaves you eligible to come and actually defend your title next year. So, you think that's in your plan for next year?
Definitely, we had a lot of fun.
Awesome, man. Well, you swept it this year. Look forward to see what you do next year. But you guys, from all of us here at the International Functional Fitness Federation, you guys, congratulations. Thank you so much for joining us here. Top 5 in the world. Congratulations to all of you. And again, Nate Ackerman, congratulations on your championship. Guys, take care of yourselves, stay safe, and we look forward to seeing you next year.
Next year.
Thanks to you. Goodbye.
Okay, on behalf of us at the iF3, my name is Ryan from Vancouver, Canada. I'm going to sign off for our boys 17 to 18-year-old division. That is it. We are going to have another event in about 1 hour and 10 minutes, and that will be our men's 40 to 44 division, men's 40 to 44 masters. So stick around and join us for that. And other than that, you guys stay safe and look forward to seeing you again soon. Take care.